Welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, April 3rd, 2023.
That's right. It's all the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
And kicking off the news this week, of course, is March of the Machine previews are officially underway.
Yes, there's lots of great previews coming out in the next couple of days. The pre-release is this weekend, and the pre-release is next weekend.
Already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then April 18th is the Arena and Magic Online launch.
We put out a preview card this past weekend. Did you see it? If you didn't, we're going to tell you about it right now because it's really good.
Yes, Zephyr Singer. This is 2 blue for a 3/4 Siren Pirate with Convoke, which means your creatures can help you cast it. It has flying and vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on each creature that convoked it.
Without that text, this card is still incredible.
Yes.
And then you put that on it, and it's just a bomb. This is a bomb.
Yeah, very, very good.
I also wanted to give a shout out to Igna and Asika, which
the art on this by Wayne Reynolds is just
I'm in love.
Amazing.
Asika, her chariot is being pulled by the 2 kitty cats, of course.
Of course.
Across a rainbow bridge.
This is maybe the top magic art of all time.
Yeah, it's in the discussion.
It's in the discussion.
Really good. It's 2 green-blue for a legendary human god. All creatures you control have vigilance and tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if 3 or more mana from a creature was spent to cast it, draw a card. It's a 4/4.
Wow.
I love this card. Love this card. We also, of course, now know about all of the mechanics in March of the Machine as well, including one that a lot of people have been speculating about for a long time, including me, which was Battle.
This is Invasion of Fiora. This is one of the battles that we're seeing.
Yes.
4 black for a battle siege. And so it comes into play. And when it comes into play, first you do the thing on it, right? When Invasion of Fiora enters the battlefield, choose one or both, destroy all legendary creatures, destroy all non-legendary creatures.
It's pretty good.
And then you choose an opponent to protect it. You and other players can attack it, and when it's defeated, exile it, and then you get it transformed.
Yes.
Which, for instance, they all have very sweet other sides to them. This one has Marquesa Resolute Monarch. It's a 3/6 legendary creature human noble with menace and death touch. When it attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent.
Okay.
Jeez. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life.
Yeah, so you're casting this battle, you're getting the benefit of the front side.
Yeah.
And then you want to attack your own permanent.
And they have a number of counters on them in the corner, kind of like a Planeswalker does, that tells you how much damage you're having to deal to it to get it back.
Yeah, so attack your own beautiful battle, get an awesome reward on the backside when it flips. I think these cards are super cool, and I really like this battle mechanic.
Yeah.
For limited gameplay, I think it's going to be awesome. And also multiplayer, I think it sounds super fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool.
The other new mechanic, there's a few of them. Here's another one, Backup. This one I think is also pretty sweet. This is on a card like Boonbringer Valkyrie, which is 3 white for a 4/4 Angel Warrior at rare with Backup 1. So Backup's going to have a number after it. In this case, it's Backup 1. And this reads, when this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following abilities until end of turn. And those abilities are the abilities on the card.
Yes.
Just that it has, which in this case is Flying, First Strike, and Lifelink.
Jeez. Those are some good abilities.
Yes, they are. Some of my favorites, in fact.
Yeah, so either you can make this a 5/5, putting the counter on itself, which is pretty sweet.
It's 5 mana, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, the 5 mana. It's a rare, obviously. So you can put the counter on itself, making it a 5/5 with all those abilities.
Seems good.
Or you can put the counter on something else and then get those abilities until end of turn, which is just pretty sick.
Yeah, I think that is going to make for some really interesting gameplay, which I think is really cool.
Next up is Incubate. So this is a type of token. On their front side, they're a colorless artifact that says to transform this artifact. And on the back side, it transforms into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature.
A 0/0, you say?
Yes. So obviously, Incubate usually comes with also a number after it, which will tell you how many +1/+1 counters you're putting on that Incubate token.
So, for instance, this card has Incubate on it, which is Traumatic Revelation, which is 1 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a creature or battle card from it. If you do, that player discards the card. If you don't, incubate 3.
Wow.
So you would make that incubator token with 3+1/+1 counters on it. Then once you pay 2 to transform it, boom, it becomes a 3/3 Phyrexian artifact
cool.
creature, which is really, really cool and just a sweet bonus. And again, you can make the decision, right? You can either do what Traumatic Revelation wants you to do, or you can decide, oh, hey, I just want a 3/3.
Also, transforming double-faced cards are returning this set.
Nice.
For instance, there's, of course, Elish Norn here.
Yeah.
2 white for a 3/5 Vigilance. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1. 2 and a white, sacrifice 3 other creatures, exile Elish Norn, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. The other side is a saga.
I love this.
Love it. It's the Argent Etchings. 1, incubate 2 5 times, then transform all incubator tokens you control.
Oh, is that
Wow,
it? Okay.
no big deal.
All right, sure.
2, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain double strike until end of turn.
Gross.
Jeez, all right. And then 3, destroy all other permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. Exile the Argent Etchings, then return it to the battlefield front face up.
I've got to tell you, I'm feeling like being a Phyrexian right now. These seems pretty sweet.
Seems pretty good. You think the Phyrexians just win?
Yeah.
Cards like that?
They do.
They just win.
With a card as good as that, how can they lose?
Yup.
Planechase is also returning with March of the Machine Commander decks, everybody, and with lots of new locations. Each deck will come with 5 new locations, 4 reprint locations, and 1 phenomenon.
That's right. So we already saw, for instance, one of these new locations that's coming with this set, Tawashi, which is from the plane Kamigawa, of course. Modified creatures you control have trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or a planeswalker, draw a card. And then when chaos ensues, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. Then there's a phenomenon like spatial merging. This is kind of like a sorcery where if you flip it from the Planechase deck, you will do what it says.
Okay.
And then go to a different location. Spatial merging says when you encounter spatial merging, reveal cards from the top of your planar deck until you reveal 2 plane cards. Simultaneously planeswalk to both of them. Put all other cards revealed this way in the bottom of your planar deck in any order.
These decks are also going to come with a Planechase die, everybody, and those look pretty sweet.
Exactly. They'll have 1 planeswalker symbol, 2 chaos symbols, and the other faces will be blank.
Congratulations. This weekend, we had another regional championship winner.
That's right. Congratulations to Francisco Benitez, who won South America's regional championship with domain control.
I know. I was like, Megan, domain control?
Yes.
What is happening here?
It is pretty sick. It, of course, plays Atraxas.
Yes.
It plays Herd Migration.
Herd Migration. There it is.
Leyline Binding, a very powerful card if you're playing domain. And then lots of other, it has Depopulate. It has the Wandering Emperor. It has some counter spells like Make Disappear. This deck just seems sick.
Yeah, I like this. Combining Atraxa with something like Herd Migration, because you're like, I'm already doing the 5-color thing. I might as well also herdly migrate,
Exactly.
For value.
Herdly migrate.
The last regional championship of this cycle, everybody, is coming up this weekend, and it's the DreamHack one in San Diego.
Yeah, they'll have coverage which you can watch online.
The pre-release is also coming up this weekend.
Yes.
So big weekend for watching Magic stuff over on Twitch. You can watch it on twitch.tv/loading ready run starting at 10 a.m. Pacific on Saturday, April 8th. They're playing March of the Machine Sealed, and they've got special guests from the Command Zone, Rachel Weeks, cosplayer Tarmocat, and content creator Covert Go Blue. And finally, we've got a new Secret Lair to share with you.
That's right. It's a Secret Lair tie-in with the Dungeons & Dragons movie Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, so there's 6 new cards here, and this is similar to the Street Fighter Secret Lair, which these are new cards in Magic, all based on characters from the movie. And then they're going to put these cards into the Magic universe the same way they did, we assume, with the Street Fighter cards.
Yes.
Did you ever think that you would see Hugh Grant on a Magic card, Megan?
No.
Was that ever something that even remotely entered your brain
even
space?
a little bit.
Because he's on a card.
Here he is.
Here he is. Forge, Neverwinter Charlatan, 3 and a black for a 2/4. Legendary Human Rogue, Menace, Ward, sacrifice a creature. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Gets 2+2/+0 for each treasure you control. Whenever one or more players sacrifice one or more creatures, you create a tapped treasure token. The ability triggers only once each turn.
Wow.
Well, I feel
All
like I
right,
know what
here
his
he
character
is.
in the movie is going to be like
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Which, by all accounts, the movie is good.
Yeah.
Which, quite frankly, I wasn't expecting. So,
Was not expecting.
hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, everybody, that is all the news we have for you this week. Thanks so much for watching us. You can check out our full-length podcast, Good Luck High Five, wherever you're listening to that. And you can support that show, this show, and everything we make over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Good luck, high five.